Hello everybody and welcome back to Ultimate Sims Guides. My name is Taylor and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the new trailer drop for The Sims 4 Tiny Living. This is a new stuff pack that's going to be coming out on January 20th of 2020, and I must say that this is one of the most exciting stuff packs we've gotten in The Sims 4. If you're a big fan of The Sims 4, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I will leave the link to the official trailer in the description down below. So now let's go through a couple of my favorite things from the trailer and the things that I am most excited about. So when the trailer first opens, you see a big house, giant X, another big house, giant X, and then they bring out a tiny home. And the tiny home gets a big check mark, and then you see The Sims 4 Tiny Living Stuff Pack. And the one thing that I'm really interested in is that they added a new type of residential lot with a tiny house residential option, which I think is really cool because it actually gives you a restriction on how many tiles you're able to use for your home. And throughout the video, you do see that your bills, like it says reduced bills on the screen a few times. So I do think that it's going to have an impact on how much money you're spending. I think that if you have a tiny house residential lot and then you also use the off-the-grid trait, you could really have some cool gameplay, have really low bills, and not have to deal with all of that, which I think is so awesome. So you can see that you can't have more than 100 tiles for your lot, which I think is the perfect amount for a tiny home. You can do so much with 100 tiles of actual livable space, which I think is so cool. And one thing I really liked is how many plants were around every single house that they built in this trailer. I think it's so awesome. Now, a couple notable pieces of furniture in this. The thing that got me the most was the Murphy bed. So in the one house, you see a couch and there's like a cabinet right behind it that they kind of look like they're connected, and that's because they are. At one point, you see this couch kind of like fold in on itself and then turn into a Murphy bed, which I think is incredible because it's so cool to be able to have that space-saving alternative where it's still a double bed, but you also get a couch during the day and the bed doesn't have to be in the way all the time. I think that's amazing. One of those things that Sim players have been looking for so long, so you can have a really small starter home. Another one that really caught my eye is there's a couple of really cute poofs that are on the floor, which I'm a big fan of little poofs and things to just add a little bit more flair. Also, there is a TV unit that has shelves on the bottom, so I'm assuming that it might actually work as both a bookcase and somewhere to put your TV, which I think is awesome. I really do think that we need a lot more multi-purposeful items in the game instead of just having a shelf and a bookcase or having to like create your own. Anyway, so I think that that's absolutely adorable, and there's spots for clutter on top, which is awesome. I love clutter, especially in a tiny home. Now, when we go through a couple of the different bedrooms and rooms that they decorate very quickly, there's this one tall cabinet that I'm really hoping can function as both a dresser and a bookshelf, because there are books on the cabinet, but there's also like sections that would open and maybe have some clothes in them if you were living in a tiny home, because tiny living is all about being multi-purposeful. I'm so interested in the tiny home movement, and I'm so excited to build like small trailers and tiny homes and weird little rooms and just absolute shenanigans with the stuff in this pack. I'm thrilled that this is the thing that they decided to come out with next. There's also a new single tile desk, which I really think is lacking in the game. We've gotten a couple good ones, but the style of them is very specific, and I feel like this one in the tiny home build, all of the stuff is kind of modern and colorful and fun. I do hope that there's black and white plain swatches as well, because some people really enjoy that, and I'm sick of hearing people complain about it, to be honest, but I really do like the colorful, fun aspect of all these tiny home things. One of my favorite things in this trailer is the animations that are around the Murphy bed. I really hope that these are actually in the pack and are in the game and aren't just like part of the trailer to make you want to buy it. Because at one point the guy's pulling down the Murphy bed and he ends up getting hit in the head and like falls over, and that's hilarious. And I absolutely love when weird things like that happen in The Sims. And in the final little scene of the trailer, you do see someone where the Murphy bed, they're in it and it flops up, and I hope that that happens as well. I love when my Sims are miserable and it just brings me joy. I do want to just talk for a couple seconds about the Kass items. You can't really see them very well in this because, you know, these trailers, they're very snappy. They go quite quickly, but it looks like it's a lot of like cozy kind of minimalist clothes that aren't too flashy and could actually be worn every day, which is very exciting. I know that with a couple of the recent packs like Realm of Magic and Island Living, some of the clothes weren't so wearable and couldn't really be implemented in everyday like family gameplay because they were very weird. Like some of the stuff in Island Living, if you see a sim walking around in like Willow Creek in those clothes, you're just like, what are you doing? You're not on a beach. But anyway, these clothes look very wearable and very normal looking, like someone you'd actually see walking down the street in your neighborhood, you know? I am very excited about this pack. I'll be sure to do a full overview when it actually comes out on January 20th, just in case there's some of you who don't know if you want to get it or not. This is one of those packs that I'm so glad they're adding to the game, because I do think that tiny living is something that could be really well implemented into The Sims 4, especially with this whole new system. Anyway, I cannot wait to get my hands on this, and I really hope that you guys are as excited as I am, because I had no idea that they were dropping this trailer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video was kind of all over the place, but the trailer's been up for like 30 minutes as of recording this, and I didn't even know what happened. So I'm just like, I'm in shock. I am so excited. And the fact that it's only like 2 weeks away, I'm thrilled. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you happen to be in the world at this very moment. And please be sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.